Here we go. And so I had mac and cheese first time tonight, and it was chef's kiss. So that with the okay, somebody else share a win. We'll take 2 more wins. I need 2 people to share a win or something that has touched their heart or helped them have a new perspective about motivation.
I'll share a little bit.
Yeah.
First of all, I'm struggling to hear you. You keep cutting in and out. I don't know if it's my computer or yours or what, but anyway, I just thought I'd mention that just in case it's you. I had some motivation issues for the past year because I was diagnosed with MS about a year ago. And it's been very hard for me to get up any energy or motivation to do anything. But this week, my friend was here with me and we started to tackle the laundry room disaster. And it just felt so good because we just went inch by inch through the laundry room, dealing with things. And once I got started, it didn't seem so hard. So I've moved from there onto another bookshelf in the living room, and I'm just going to keep going because I'm able to. I know I can do it now.
That's so awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, I am struggling to hear you as well, Megan. You're breaking up.
Well, y'all just get to take a walk with me. We're gonna just in the name of Jesus, this is gonna work. I was on Zoom recording a coaching call earlier today, and it literally cut us off in the middle of it. And that was okay. Somebody else go while we're waiting. Tell me a win that you had for this week.
I've been on plan every meal since.
Who is, can you tell me your name?
Janet.
Janet. Hello, Janet.
How are you?
I'm great.
I've been on plan every meal since Saturday.
Woohoo!
It's a big win.
Is this better? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yes. Woohoo! Okay. Awesome. Okay, so I have promised my littles that I was going to be 30 minutes. So that's what we're shooting for, and we're going to be really diligent about that. But I need you to have a pen and paper. I need you to write down what we're talking about. Bad news gets stuck on the inside of good bodies, and we got to get it out. Okay? So pen and paper. Here we go. So the first thing that we talked about at the beginning of the week is with motivation is how many of you have ever said, and by a show of hands, let's just be honest, I am not motivated. How many has ever said, and I am not motivated? Well, we got 2 things for that. One, in this room, hanging out with me, we no longer say I am statements that cannot align with the Lord. So if you can't say the Lord is not motivated, then you cannot say I am not motivated. Do you hear that? Is there like an echoey sound, or does it sound clear?
I think if everyone mutes themselves, perhaps the sound will go away.
Let me try that. Did that work? I know there's a button to mute all, but I can't find it. I think Shannon, are you muted? Can you mute yourself?
Well, I tried.
Did that work?
No.
No.
Oh, here we go.
Okay. Can you all hear me now? Is that better?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay. So first things first, and I said this in a training video that people are paying hundreds of dollars for. I'm giving it to you as a golden thing because I already spoke it today. We are no longer saying I am statements that do not line up with the word of God. That if we cannot say it about God and he lives in us and we are seated in heavenly places with him, your life would completely change when you stop saying I am and it's not truth. So there's your free golden nugget. I'm giving you the bonus. It's not even in my notes, but it came out of my mouth today. And I'm like, ooh, that is really good. Our life follows our words. We have to speak life over ourselves. So first things first, we've all said, cancel clear, I am not motivated. I just can't get myself motivated. Megan, help me. But I said, wait a minute. If we're building a case for ourselves instead of building a case against ourselves, how are we motivated? Well, as women that are, most of the women in this group were 30s and up. Friend, we have been motivated by our bowels and bladder since we were 3. Potty training. We have motivation to get up and take action when there was discomfort of some sort. We have the discomfort. I have to go to the bathroom. So we get up, stop doing what we're doing, and we're motivated to go. So actually we are very motivated, and we're going to start building evidence for the thing that we need to reframe and rewire in our minds. We're building evidence that we can be motivated and it can be long lasting motivation. So think also, where in your life have you consistently shown up? I have been married to the same man for 13 years and we were together for 7.5. That is a lot of work. Where have you put lots of work in and you stayed consistent? And if you need to start with my bowel and my bladder, do it. Build the case. We take evidence in our lives of the things that we don't get right, and we use it against our own identity. So let's just flip the script. What evidence do you have in your life that is good that you can start using that to remind yourself where you have been motivated in your life? Okay, so then the second day we talked about, I asked my husband, what feelings arise on the inside of you when you get motivated? And he said excitement and anticipation. So drop it in the chat box. What feelings do come up when you get excited, when you get motivated, when you're highly motivated and you're like, I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to take on the world. It's going to happen. What feelings come up for you? Wait to see who types it in the chat. Is it somebody earlier this week said stress? Accomplished. Martha said accomplished. Regina said determination. Julie said powerful. Awesome. All these amazing feelings. April said joy and inspired. Right. And so then my question was, do we really want to stay motivated, or is it that we want the feeling that motivation brings? Shannon said happiness. Somebody from an iPhone that didn't type their name in says conquer. That's right. So is it that we have to stay motivated, or is it that we just really enjoy living in that feeling and the emotion? And if we're writing down those feelings and those emotions and we're saying, this is how I feel when I'm highly motivated, well, then how can I make the journey this week joyful, happy, like I'm a conqueror, powerful? Are you setting up your day? Are you setting up your week to give space to those emotions? So what do you do? Like we heard earlier, I think it was Martha that was said, I really don't have energy, but I had a friend come help me clean my laundry room, and it just moved into the next room. And she built evidence that she could do that task. So she started on the next task. And so what do you need to do throughout your day tomorrow to feel joyful about fueling your body well? What would that look like? Would you make a dessert? Would you make a new recipe? Would you make your favorite recipe? Would you make something and put it in the freezer so that you don't have to cook every day next week? What would you do to feel happy and joyful? Go ahead and throw some of those ideas in the chat. What would you do next week or tomorrow to feel accomplished, to feel strong, to feel like you were a conqueror on this Trim Healthy journey? Melissa says, have a plan and follow through. Right. That's good. Some people plans are great. Some people plans don't work out for them. They feel constricted, but that can be great for you. And I want to ask, have you ever crafted a week by looking at what emotions do I want to have and setting myself up with that? Prepping helps me feel accomplished. Drinking enough, eating on time. Oh gosh. Somebody else said I made cinnamon mug cake for the first time for breakfast. It's fun to try new and healthy recipes. Yes, Shannon. Martha said I would take one meal and snack at a time and look more short-term than long-term. I need to succeed one moment at a time rather than worry if I can do it 3 months. Yeah, I mixed up a batch of pizza dough and it's doing its thing in the fridge and it will be ready to use. Regina, I am coming over. She's making THM pizza for Friday. Janet says prep and prepare some treats. So I want you to just think in your mind, what are you going to do this next week? Maybe that's your goal. Maybe your goal for this next week is to feel joyful and strong and conqueror and determined and powerful in the week, rather than I have to be on plan every single day. If that's not where you're at right now, then give yourself the grace. I started with dessert for breakfast because that's literally what I started. I made one dessert, ate a portion of it every single day, 5 days a week. And that's how I had breakfast every day. And I did that for a month before I even tried to have a lunch, a snack, or a dinner on plan. Give yourself the space that you need for this to be filled with joy. What would it look like to have joy on the journey this week? What would you need to do? How could you set yourself up for that? Okay, so we got like 13 minutes left. Here we go. Here's my 4 things. I got 4 things for you. 4 things. One, why we cannot stay motivated. The goal is too big. We take, just like somebody else typed in the thing, they're like, I'm worried about staying on plan for 3 months. But what feels joyful to me is just, what am I going to have next? And so I'm not saying not to make big goals and have big dreams. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is I want to lose 50 pounds. And that feels heavy and hard. You're not going to stay motivated if you have disbelief or unbelief for the big thing that you really want. But what can you have belief for this next week? Well, I can eat breakfast every day on Trim Healthy Mama. So I'm saying baby steps. Yes. Have the great big ginormous goal, write it down, and then put it aside. And how can you break that great big goal down into an actionable step that you can do this week with the feelings you said you wanted to feel when you were highly motivated? What would your goal be for this week? Write it down. Tell us in the chat. How would you break it down? And while you're writing that and telling us what your goal is for this week, that doesn't feel pressure, that doesn't feel heavy, that doesn't feel hard, that doesn't feel like striving. We're not with that. Martha says a minimum of 1 email a day. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So at the end of that, the thing, double the meals for leftovers. Yes. Try a new recipe. Julie, how fun and exciting is that? I just love trying new recipes. And my 8-year-old and I, we will like look through all the cookbooks and she'll pick something out and we'll look through all the ingredients that we have at home. And then we'll go to the grocery store and we just make it this entire experience. And then if you're friends with me on Facebook, on my personal feed, you'll saw this week that she put rollerblades on and a dress on and wrote a menu and made green beans and sausage and banana ice cream. She's 8 and made us all dinner. It was so much fun. We're taking the fun out of things because we feel like this needs to be heavy and hard. And I am giving you permission to have fun with it. It's meant to be fun. This is our life. Let's have fun with it. So Shannon says at least 1 meal on plan a day so I don't get overwhelmed. I think I have breakfast down, so I'll try to pull back ease. April said to piggyback off that, try new food I've never liked. Oh, I have a mango in my fridge and I'm trying, and I've put off trying it. I love mango. Create a meal plan for the week. Awesome. Those are awesome, guys. Okay. So number 2, we're going to sell it. We lose motivation for the long haul because we stop celebrating. So here's something. When we start this new thing in September, this will be something that we do every single month together. We're going to make a goal for the month. We're going to break it down into actionable daily steps. And every single week, you're going to pick something that you're going to do to celebrate. So I celebrate sometimes by asking my husband for 30 minutes to read quietly. Or I celebrate by sometimes I go get a pedicure. Sometimes I go get a manicure. Sometimes I soak in the bath, or I celebrate with a date night. Do you have a list of 5 to 10 things that you like to do? Some that cost money, some that don't cost money, that at the end of the week, when you've kept your promise to yourself, that was not pressure, that was not striving, but it was just showing up well for yourself and your goal, that at the end of the week, you're going to celebrate. Have you ever tried to celebrate every single week on the journey for showing up for yourself? I'm seeing heads shake no. Janet says no. Nisa says no. I'm seeing heads shaking no. And I wish I could see you all in one thing, but I cannot. So what would it be like? What would it be like if I gave you permission to have fun and you gave yourself permission to feel the feelings that you wrote down when you were highly motivated? You made the big goal of, I want to lose 50 pounds into a habit. If you want to lose 50 pounds, what's the habit that you need to have? Well, maybe you're starting with dessert for breakfast. Maybe you're starting with, I'm going to drink sippers instead of, something else off plan. Maybe you're, in the journey that you're just like, you know what, Megan, I just need to be on plan. Whatever it is, then you set the intention for the week with the small baby step goal that is achievable in the season that you're at. And then you're going to celebrate accomplishing that thing at the end of the week. So start telling me in the comments, what is the small win? What is the celebration you're going to do a week from today? Next Friday, I know today's Thursday, but next Friday, how are you going to celebrate? What are you going to do? What would you enjoy? So Janet says toes. Does that mean you're going to get a pedicure, Janet? Yes, Janet's going to get a pedicure. Y'all, I think it's not over there, but I like to put on the nails that are like stickers. They're Dashing Divas is the brand. You could get them at like Target and Meijer and Walmart. It's like $6. And that I can do 2 of my nail strips. The kit comes with enough that I can do it twice and it lasts me for 2 weeks. So often a goal of mine is to go buy nail strips. I get to go get a new nail strip and do my nails, or I get time reading, or I'm going to have breakfast with my husband, or get myself a new accessory for my iron flask, nail strips, a new dress. Like, it doesn't have to be big and expensive, but I want it to be something that you're going to look forward to, something that you get to say, yes, I showed up well. I did this thing. There was a season in my Trim Healthy Mama journey, I kid you not, that I struggled staying on plan every single day, that I gave myself Lily's chocolate at the end of the day. Every single day I celebrated that win. Every single day. And then it moved into like, okay, now I can go for every 3 days. Now I can go for every week. And I really felt good about the every week kind of thing. And I would budget for it. I would put money back, would tell my husband what I was doing, and we would pick things to do. And then sometimes at the end of a month or the end of 2 months, we would go out, or I would do something bigger. It can be within your budget if you need it to be. What would this journey look like for you if you made sure that you had joy on the journey and you got to celebrate every single week? What would that feel like? What would that be like? Okay. Number 3 is you need accountability. You are not staying motivated because you're not talking about your goal with someone that's going to be like, hey, Janet, you told me you wanted to get your nails done. You told me you're going to eat dessert for breakfast this week. How's it going? How can I support you? How can I encourage you? And you need someone at the end of the week to be like, oh my gosh, your nails look so good. What new recipe did you try this week? You need a hype girl. You need a cheerleader. You need an accountability person, a power partner to do this with, to encourage each other. Somebody that knows that I'm saying I'm showing up for myself and I'm doing it in this way. And friend, it can't be your husband. Husbands are not good accountability partners. It cannot be your husband. I know you love them dearly. Husbands are not good accountability partners. Not in this area of life. Okay, so number 4, we have 3 minutes. Yes. Affirmations. And we talked about this at the beginning, and it must be like God is really telling us to talk about it, because I didn't even look at the bottom of my page. What are you telling yourself? You're not staying motivated. We don't stay motivated because we tell ourselves lies over and over. This is too hard. It takes too much energy. It takes too much time. It's taking too long. Why am I not there by yet? I should have been 20 pounds lighter by now. How many times have you told yourself something negative on the journey? How many times do you tell yourself something negative every single day? We're never going to move into full transformation until we speak life over ourselves. We have to pull back our limiting beliefs because they are limiting our potential. So in order to stay motivated for the long haul, we're naming the feeling we want to feel. We're breaking down the big goal into daily and weekly actionable steps that we can actually do in the current season that we're in. Seasons change and flow. And in this season, I had to relearn the timing of my food. I'm like, man, I was really good and now I'm not, but my season changed. My seasons changed. So instead of getting down on myself, I'm just like, I'm in a new season. I'm eating meals at different times. I need to figure this out. So I got an accountability partner. And I'm like, hey, this is how I'm struggling. I'm going to work this out. This is how I'm going to reward myself. I just need some accountability. Can you encourage me? And then I celebrated small wins. I went and bought me some hot pink nails. I'll be putting them on this weekend. Because guess what? I finally nailed it. Like this week I've been on top of my timing with eating. You need an accountability partner. You need to do this in a community that is encouraging and uplifting and getting you out of your stinking thinking. Because it's not serving us, right? Our stinking thinking is not serving us. And we have to speak life over ourselves. Affirmations. What are you telling yourself? And we're going to use the rule of, if I can't say it about the Lord, I'm not saying it about myself. So what do you need to say about yourself? And sometimes I wrote it down every day, every morning. Every morning I wrote it down. I am consistent. I am persistent. I am healthy and whole. And here's the one that I have been latched onto lately. My healthy body is being revealed. Instead of like, I'm trying to lose weight. Well, what does that do to your brain? If you're trying to lose something, your body's like, no, I want to keep it. So my healthy body is being revealed. Is a motivation and an affirmation that I am saying on a regular basis or writing down on a regular basis. So there is that. There is motivation for the long haul. Those are things that I have done. Those are things that I continue to still do on this journey, because it's for me, and I know deeply for all of us, it's not just about, I don't want to have thunder thighs. It's not just about, I want a smaller waistline. It's about, I want to be 90 and walking without a walker so that I could see my great grandkids play ball. I want to be physically fit and strong because my 10-year-old wants me to play tackle football with him. I got to be able to do that. I want to be able to be physically strong and healthy so that my kids don't have to watch me suffer in something medical that like I had to with my parents. This is so much more than just trying to slim and slender our bodies. And it's so much more than just surface level. This is deep within your soul. Who do you believe that you are? And what do you believe that you are worthy of? Do you even believe you are worthy to be healthy and whole? Do you believe that you're worthy of having energy and living a vibrant, fun, amazing life? God gifted us that. It is our birthright to live in abundance. And sometimes we just need somebody to say, you have permission. I'm giving you permission this week to take up space and time to feel happy and joyful and excited about fueling your body well. Okay. Somebody said, thank you, Julie. I'm not sure exactly what that was about, but you're good. I'm glad whatever that was good. Okay. So we're going to end today. Here's what I'm going to tell you. In Flourish, we dive deep into identity. We dive deep into who did God call us? Who did God call us? We've dived deep into our original design. we got off track from our original design, and how do we get back on track? And we dive deep into a reset of forgiveness. I'll walk you through forgiveness in a very, very powerful way that I learned, and I learned it in a weekend, and I literally lost 8 pounds that one weekend working on forgiveness. It wasn't that I restricted or I did a fuel cycle. I was eating THM. I probably had lots of S meals that weekend, but I let go of the things that my heart was holding me down. And so the entire first week of Flourish is all about getting us and our minds and our hearts back, so that when we make a decision about how to eat and fuel our body, it comes from a place of healed and not from a place of hurt. It doesn't come from a place of I'm trying to get smaller so that I can be valued and loved by others, but it comes from this place of I am healthy and whole and valued and worthy. And now from that place, seated in Christ, now I can do something. Now I can make a healthy choice of eating. And then we dive into each other week, the others 4 weeks. On Mondays is another heart lesson and another mind lesson and another like renewing our minds. And then Tuesday through Friday are lessons on Trim Healthy Mama. My tips and tricks of drive-through Sue, and like what tortillas to buy and what bread to buy, and like how to just make it so simple and easy so that decision fatigue doesn't set in. Flourish is set up so that you can start at any time, and we have an exclusive Facebook group that we get to go through and talk about. And then you also get a vault, and there's videos and handouts, and the vault is yours forever. You don't ever lose access to that. You get it. So you can go back through, because we need to renew our minds daily. Sometimes we need to come back and rehear a message of somebody speaking life into us. But there is a couple times throughout Flourish where we do a workshop together, and one of them is a forgiveness workshop. And so that will take place Thursday, the 19th, probably at 8 p.m. So a week from today. So I'm going to set Flourish for a discount. You can use the code FREEDOM. It will last until Sunday, so that you will have Monday through Thursday to go through the content, do a day at a time, and then Thursday night we will do the workshop together. Those that are in Flourish, this is the first time you're hearing it. Mark your calendars. Thursday 19th at 8 p.m. we get to do one of the most incredible workshops that I love.
Let's go.
So, oh, somebody is not muted. I don't know who it is. I have no idea. I don't know how to mute it either. There should be a button that I can just like mute everybody, but I don't see it. Anyway, okay. So that's that. I invite you in. If you are ready to explore what it looks like to do Trim Healthy Mama from a place of identity and a place from knowing who God said you are and returning back to your original design, then I invite you in to come along with us on this journey. And we're going to do a workshop together Thursday 19th. And you can use the code FREEDOM when you check out, and that makes it 50% off. The 50% off will go away Sunday. It will return back to its traditional cost. So that's there for you so that it's an easy yes. You don't have to be like, well, I don't have the finances. No, I've priced it in a way that you can say yes easily, very easily, and we can walk into freedom together. So there is that. Have a fabulous evening. If you all can unmute yourself and you can say bye. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me this evening. We were only 8 minutes over, which is like amazing. Did a great job.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Again.
Bye. Thank you.